Hello everybody, tuning in for this fine, beautiful, what's today? I think today's Thursday. Today we're doing the NFL Week 18 reactions, and the wild card of the playoffs predictions. Bro, I can't believe the season's already over, bro. Straight into it, the Bucks, Panthers. I said the Panthers would win this game. The Panthers did lose, obviously. Bryce Young he didn't play too bad. 266, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Nothing really going on the ground. Rico Dowdle, 7 for 10. What a fall off for him at the end of the season there. Tedder McMillan, 4 for 85. Jalen Coker had a touchdown. Tommy Trimbles had a touchdown. No sacks on the day, 1 interception. But this game, horribly officiated. Dog, the refs were D1 dick sucking the Bucks here. Just because, I don't know, try to get them in the playoffs. I don't know why. I mean, they still didn't even make the playoffs. The Panthers are in. Baker Mayfield didn't play great. 2 of 3, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bucky Everett, 26 carries for only 85 yards. Cade Otton led the team in receiving yards, who also only hauled in a touchdown. The only one who hauled in a touchdown. 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, no sacks. No one could get pressure in this game. Like, no one at all was able to get pressure. Then we go to the Seahawks, 49ers. Seahawks won this one. Seahawks get the number 1 the number 1 seed. Sam Darnold, 198, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. If he plays like this in the playoffs, they might not win because he hasn't been playing great. He hasn't been playing horrible, but it hasn't been too good. Kenneth Walker, 16 for 97. Zach Charbonnet hauled in the touch. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 6 for 84. No receiving touchdowns because Sam Darnold didn't throw one. 3 sacks on the day, 1 interception. Brock Purdy, 127, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. He didn't play great. The receivers didn't play great. Nothing really went going on the ground. McCaffrey stopped for 8 for 23. He wasn't really to get going in the air. 1 sack, 2 sacks, no interceptions, no forced fumbles. And we'll get to this game in a minute. This is the reactions part. Vikings-Packers. What a late season comeback for the Vikings here. Yeah, McCarthy didn't play great. Yeah, and also the Packers were starting Clayton Tune, who threw for 34 yards. I think they were just benching everyone. I'm not even gonna talk about I'm not gonna talk about them when they put up 3 points. The J.J. McCarthy / Max Brosmer led Vikings played decent. I mean, they put up 16 points against. See, no, what am I kidding? They didn't play decent. They put up 16 points against a bum ass defense with their whole starters in. Jay Jettas got 1,000 yards somehow. 2 sacks on the day, no interceptions, no forced fumbles. I mean, that's a pretty boring game to talk about. And then we got the Texans-Colts. Bro, the downfall of the Colts needs to be studied, bro. They were like 7-1, and then everything went down. They lost like 4 in a row. Danny Dimes got injured. And the Texans also come back for the Texans of the late season. Riley Leonard, 270, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I assume they just benched Phillip Rivers because he wasn't really playing great, but you don't really expect that. 14 for 26. Riley Leonard got a rushing touchdown. Alec Pierce got he had like 1,000 yards with like 40-something receptions, 30-something receptions. He went off this season. 2 touchdowns on the day too. Hold up here. We might be able to check. Yeah, 47 receptions, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. So, good year for him. I don't think Michael Pittman got 1,000. Nah, he didn't do great. Sure. And then we go to C.J. Stroud and the Texans. They didn't play great. 169, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Their rushing led by British Brooks, 13 for 63. That's honestly what they need to work on in the offseason, their ground game. Because I don't know if Joe Mixon's like even alive anymore. Xavier Hutchinson, 5 for 83. Dalton Schultz, 4 for 73. Jaden Higgins holding a touchdown. One sack in the day, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. Giants-Cowboys. I said the Giants would win this one. I said in my predictions video that the Giants would win this one. And yeah, honestly, the Cowboys didn't really bench their starters, I don't think. They might have. Could just be tweaking. I think they did. Never mind. I was busy, so I was like watching half this game, and I was mostly just paying attention to the Giants' offensive drives. Jackson Dart, 230, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He most likely will win Rookie of the Year. I mean, you can argue for Tedder McMillan and Tyler Shuck. I think Tedder McMillan is the if it's not Jackson Dart, it's Tedder McMillan. I don't think they're gonna give it to Tyler Shuck when he's barely played any games. He's won more games, yeah, but he's barely played any games. I think Dart will get it. Gunnar Olszewski, 8 for 102. Tyron Tracy holding a receiving touchdown. Also, Tyron Tracy went off the ground. Devin Singletary got a rushing touchdown. Daniel Bellinger got a receiving touchdown. We have the 5th pick in the draft, and hopefully, I'm really hoping we sign Carnell Tate and re-sign Wan'Dale Robinson. So then we'll have 3 good receivers. We'll have Malik Neighbors, Carnell Tate, and Wan'Dale Robinson. No sacks, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. The Cowboys, they didn't play great. Not really gonna talk about it because they benched their starters. I assume they benched their starters. Milton, 73 for 0 and 1. Phil Maffa with a touchdown. Jaden Blue with the touchdown. Nothing went going on their defense. Nothing on the no sacks, no interceptions. Jackson Dart played good. And then we got the Browns Bengals. I'm not really gonna celebrate this win because I assume they benched their starters because they were already out. Browns Bengals. Wow. I mean, I didn't really expect the Browns to win this one. And it's not even like the Bengals benched their starters. They had everyone playing. Burrow, 236, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. See, I don't know why they would play Burrow, though. Because, it's like the Cowboys. I'm going to just assume Dak got benched. Why would you start him? Why would you start Burrow? Especially with Burrow's injury history. Just don't risk it. You're not in the playoffs. If you lose, you get a better draft pick. 236, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Chase Brown, 13 for 72. He threw a pick 6, I believe, also. Chase, 8 for 96 of the team in receiving yards. 1 touchdown for him, 1 touchdown for T, 1 touchdown for Chase Brown. 4, 5, 6 sacks on the day. 1 intercept, 1 forced fumble. Shadur, 111, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Decent game. I just don't know if that's going to be their guy. They have, I don't know what pick the Browns have. Maybe, it's a top 10 pick. I know that. I just don't know if they're going to run with Shadur long run. And they just fired Kevin Stefanski. Nothing going on the ground here. But the man who, honestly, I'm not even going to talk about this. There's nothing happening. The man who's in everything right now. Where is he? Myles Garrett broke the NFL sack record. He's obviously going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And I made a video a couple months ago. It was the award predictions. And I said Brian Burns was going to win because they were tied on sacks. And I said, honestly, I can see Brian Burns winning this from the pace Brian Burns was going. And then Myles Garrett had the 5-sack game, and it just all went up there. So I was wrong on that. And I'll probably make a video soon before the NFL honors of who I think is going to get the MVP and stuff. And then we go to, honestly, I'm just kind of blow by these games. A lot of these people didn't have their starters in. This game is the reason the Panthers are in the playoffs. Tyler Shuck, 259, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Tyler Shuck got a rushing touchdown. He's been playing good, though. I don't see the Saints drafting a new quarterback. Nothing really going. 3 sacks on the day, I think. Falcons, Kirk Cousins, 180, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nothing really going here. And then we got the Jags, Titans. I mean, the Jags just stomped on them. Titans, 3-14. Number 2 pick in the draft, I think, maybe. I don't know. The Jags, surprisingly good this year, dog. Brandon Allen, Cam Ward got injured, I think. T-Law had an insane game. MVP sleeper, he's not going to get it. It's either going to be Stafford or May. But he's been playing out of his mind this season. And I think he proved that he's going to be their quarterback. Bills, Jets, this was a Mitch Trubisky-led Bills, and they did this to the Jets. Also, I saw something like the Jets didn't get an interception all season. That's insane. They're the first team ever to do that, I think. So, that's insane. Lions, Bears, I think, I'll get to it later, but I'll talk about them later. Jared Goff, 331, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 11 for 139. Bears, Caleb Williams, 212, two touchdowns, one interception. Then we got the Broncos, Chargers. The Chargers, were they resting their... Yeah, the Chargers were resting their starters. They already had the playoff spot. I don't think the Broncos were because they wanted the number 1 seed. Bo Nix, not a great game. 141, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Chargers, I mean, they put up 3 points. I'm not going to talk about them. Trey Lance, not Trey Young. Speaking of Trey Young, I want to talk about this real quick. He got traded to the fucking Washington. That's insane. I thought he was going to get traded, but for what he got traded for, he got traded for CJ McCollum and someone else and no picks. I was surprised about that. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. This just shows how bad the Chiefs are without Patrick Mahomes. Like, if the Raiders, they have the number 1 pick also, but this shows how bad the Chiefs are without Mahomes. If Mahomes is out until mid next season, which he could be, they could start fucking 0-7. And then they need to win out, if they're lucky, win out for the rest of the season and make the playoffs. And they're in a tough division. It's not like the Broncos and the Raiders aren't, not the Broncos and the Raiders. The Broncos and the Chargers aren't good. I mean, they put up 12 points. Quarterback threw for 58 and 88. Nothing really going. Aiden O'Connell, 10 for 22, 1 touchdown. Kenny Pickett came in, threw 3 yards and an interception. Ashton Jeanty had a pretty good day. 26 for 87. Yeah, that's kind of all what happened with that game. Dolphins, Patriots. Patriots win this one. Put in belt to ass against the Dolphins. And I saw something. They're going to rock with Mike McDaniel or whatever their coach's name is. Holy insanity. It has not worked yet. He got you to the playoffs once or twice and got first rounded. It ain't working. It's not going to work. I don't know why. Just move on from him. Get a new coach. Get a new system. They kind of sold their good draft pick by winning this much late in the season. 7 wins. They're not going to have like an insanely low draft, like a high draft pick. So they're kind of cooked with that. They're not going to be able to get like an elite quarterback. They're going to be stuck with that bum-ass head coach. Drake May, 191, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Ramondre Stevenson, 7 for 131, 2 touchdowns. Travion Henderson got 2 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson also got a receiving touchdown. I'm trying to get to this last game so we can talk about the playoffs because that's what I'm mostly wanting to talk about. Commanders, Eagles. I said the Commanders would win this one, but I'm not going to brag about that. The Eagles benched their starters. Tanner McGee, 241, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not bad. Better than Jalen Hurts. Kidding. He's not better than Jalen Hurts. It's just Rage Bay Eagles fans. Don't go threatening my family because I shit talk Jalen Hurts, please. Devonta Smith, 3 for 52. Nothing really went going here. Commanders, Josh Johnson. Oh my god, bro, my face cam fell. Commanders, Josh Johnson, 131, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nothing really went going here. I'm probably just going to skip by that game, I'm going to be honest. Cardinals, Rams. Rams looked good at the last game of the season. Stafford probably got the MVP with this game. 259, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Puka Nacua, 10 for 76, 1 touchdown. Colby Parkinson got 2 touchdowns. Tyler Higbee got a touchdown. Also, Puka Nacua was like 40 yards off of JSN, and he missed like a game or two. He would be number 1. He might even, if he had good games, 2,000 yards maybe, because he got like 18. Here, we'll check. I'll check how many he had. He had 17. I thought he had 1,800. And 10 touchdowns to JSN's. How many did JSN have this season? JSN, 1,793, same amount of touchdowns, and Puka Nacua missed a couple games. And then, I gotta talk about the Cardinals real quick. I keep calling him Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Brissett led Cardinals, 243, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They fired their head coach along with the Browns, and we'll get to it next game. The Ravens, what a game in the fourth quarter there. Lamar played good, 238, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then they get in, they're driving, and they get in field goal range, and I forgot the kicker's name. Hold up. Tyler Loop is so close, and it's right. It's wide right, and he misses it, knocks the Ravens out of any playoff chance. And they got barely enough wins where they're not going to have a horrible draft pick, like a not good draft pick. So, I mean, I feel bad for the Ravens. Lamar is not getting any younger. I actually don't know how Lamar is. He's not getting any younger, though. Well, obviously, but he's like almost 30. Derrick Henry's 31. Could honestly just retire at any point. And he's still playing elite football. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Next week could be the last time we see Aaron Rodgers. Okay, we'll start with the Saturday games. Rams, Panthers. Oh, this is a trap game. I'll say that. This is very much a trap game. The Rams could win this. I mean, there's a high chance they do. But they have lost to the Panthers before. The Panthers are going to be at home, which I think the Panthers were last time when they beat the Rams. I'm going to say it's going to be insanely close. And I'm going to say the Panthers win this one, 24-27. I don't know why. I just have a feeling the Panthers are going to squeak it out. And then we got the Packers-Bears. I'm going to go with the Bears here. People had the Packers winning. They split in the regular season. The Bears, I had them winning 14-24. Bears on top. Bears are at home. The Packers are very banged up. I don't know if Jordan Love's coming back. And then we got the Bills-Jags. This is tough. The people have the Bills winning. But I'm gonna go with the Jags. I think the Jags can pull this one out. I'm going to go, honestly, like 30... I don't even know, man. 35-38. This could be a fucking shootout. Jacksonville has home field advantage. And the Bills, they're so, like, inconsistent. They're like the Lions, but with a better record. It depends on how Josh Allen plays. Because they can go out there, put belt to ass against the Jags. It could be 24-7. Or it could be an absolute shootout, 35-38. And then we go to the Philadelphia Eagles versus the San Francisco 49ers. The Eagles are at home in the playoffs. You know, playoffs Jalen Hurts, he always plays better. He just does it. He doesn't play great, especially this season. Their offense did not play good at all, actually. I'm not even going to say they didn't play great. They didn't play good at all. They were horrible this season. The 49ers, insane comeback. They were so injured, losing everyone, to still making the playoffs. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers winning this one. And I think it'll be insanely close, but I'm going to go 14-17. The Eagles' defense is elite, but their offense, I don't know if it can, I don't know if it can score on that San Fran defense, which held the Seahawks to, 16 points, I think. Wait, was it 16 points? It was 13. They held the Seahawks to 13 points. And the Seahawks is one of the best offenses in the league. The Eagles, one of the worst offenses in the league. I can see where the Eagles do win this, though. I can see, the Bills game, where it's literally a 1-point game. Not even a one-score game. 1-point game, 10-13. And then we got the Chargers-Patriots. If Man versus Drake, May. I'm going to go with the Patriots here. I feel like this is one of the easier games to predict. I'm going to say the Patriots win it. It's going to be, I think all these games can be close. And I think the Patriots will win it 24-27 also. And then we have the Texans versus the Steelers. The best defense in the league versus Aaron Rodgers with no one. I think DK is coming back. Pittsburgh does have home field advantage. But that defense, the Texans defense, is so good. And I think, honestly, What I want to see in the Super Bowl, because my Giants obviously aren't in the playoffs, what I think would be the coolest thing to see in the Super Bowl before I give you the prediction is the Packers versus the Steelers. That'd be the coolest thing. I don't even have that predicted. I think the Steelers are going to squeak this one out, though. I don't know why, but that Aaron Rodgers magic will come out, and I think the Steelers will squeak this one out. 24 to 21, Steelers on top. I think the Steelers will barely win this one. Go to the divisional and maybe get fucking knocked out. But oh my god, I'm so sorry about the webcam. Also, it keeps falling down. Like I need to get a webcam holder or something. I'm so sorry. Everyone have a beautiful and blessed day. God bless.